Welcome to the Car and Bike Show, a brand new program here on NDTV 24/7. If you're one of those who's always dreamt of fancy cars or cool bikes, we're going to turn those dreams into reality. Every weekend, we're going to bring you the best from the automobile world, and we'll also have tips on how to keep your wheels running smooth.
As we look back on our 10-year history, here's a look at the big firsts. Some of our very first bike reviews featured the now obsolete Bajaj Wind and Hero Honda Passion Plus.
Hero Honda knows the secret of a long life for the Passion. Frequent changes in the looks of the bike is a surefire way of holding the consumer's attention. New features on this deluxe commuter bike include body-colored rear-view mirrors, halogen lamps, new dials, and even a heat protector for your better half's feet.
When it comes to performance, the engine is solid, but don't expect to actually feel like you're riding the wind, because once the speed goes past 80 km per hour, the engine seems to struggle to gain more momentum, and there is a tad fall in the bike's stability too. Now on to where the bike is definitely different. We took the Wind 125 out on the road, and it proved to be quite a fun ride. Well, our ride showed that Bajaj has done some pretty impressive work on this front. The motorcycle takes to the rough with great aplomb. That means no matter how many bumps the road throws at you, it's smooth sailing.
Our very first car review came from the outskirts of Chennai at the Hyundai plant. It was a big exclusive too. Yes, we scoped the third generation Elantra.
Well, first impression, it's a nice responsive cami engine. The gear change is pretty smooth too, and the best part about it is that in city traffic, you won't have to change gears too often, which some of the cars in this class seem to have as a niggling problem. That's something that's going to appeal to buyers. The car has a good ride feel. The rear suspension keeps the tires firmly on the ground, even on bumpy roads, to keep the rear of the car from bouncing around. A huge plus for Indian roads. The advantage of a notchback as opposed to a sedan is that you get a lot more luggage space. You also get a lot more options with that space. There you go, cavernous, isn't it? You can even take your pet elephant for a ride.
Our first bike shootout saw the TVS Victor, LML Freedom and Bajaj Caliber do battle. Interestingly, TVS is toying with the idea of reviving the Victor brand name. And our first massive showdown on the car side came in the form of a C-segment clash between the Maruti Suzuki Baleno, Ford Icon, Hyundai Accent and the new car on the block way back in 2003, the very futuristic looking Honda City. Our first SUV review was an all-new entry into the space by Ford with the Endeavour. Wow, that car's changed lots since then, eh?
The SUV handles quite well on the road, but that results in a hardness to the ride feel. The SUV comes fully loaded. The only variant is a non-four-wheel drive. The Endeavour's biggest USP though is its price. It's 12.9 lakh rupees for the two-wheel drive and a lakh more for the four-wheel option. This is ex-showroom Delhi.
CNB was the first TV show to take you into a global motor show, and that was at the Makuhari Messe in Chiba for the Tokyo Motor Show exactly 10 years ago too, in October 2003.
This week, we are coming to you from Japan. That's right, we're here for the 37th Tokyo Motor Show, Asia's most high-profile automobile show that's held every 2 years. This week, we've traveled all the way across to Europe to bring you the Paris Motor Show. We're at the Seoul Motor Show in South Korea. This week, we come to you from London.
Yep, that was a solid first few weeks on the show, as you can see, and we want to round it off with a glimpse of our first ever plant visit. That was at the Suzuki Global Headquarters at Hamamatsu in Japan.
Hamamatsu is the hometown to one of the world's biggest and most prolific car makers, the small car specialists and the big daddy of the Indian automobile industry, Suzuki Motor Corporation or SMC. Suzuki's biggest plant in Japan, here at Kosai. The number of cars produced every day, 2,570 units. If we were to look at that in terms of working hours, it works out to about a car a minute.